I am Patrick. This is Brian. Everyone, actually, you know what? We should have everyone introduce themselves really quickly. We're gonna start with Lloyd.
I'm Lloyd.
Lean in, Lloyd, because I think you're just.
I'm Lloyd. That's it. That's
No,
all
you're not. You didn't make a game called Thwarted that everyone seems to love right now.
I did, but I feel I picked myself in every one of your videos.
And what's your next project, Lloyd?
I don't know right now. I'm working on I don't know what it is. It's a programmed movement, dog fighting, attacking giant King Kong 8.
Well, what's your street name for Thwarted?
Dog fighting?
I don't know. You have to
one
check
yet?
with Mark Sierens of Vile Genius Games to figure
Oh my
out
God! You're working with him?
when the public when it's
Terrible.
gonna hit the streets. I have no idea. It's definitely missing
Early
Sirens.
2017, right?
Yeah, it's 2017 at this point.
Mark
Yeah.
I am Aaron Holland.
And you're currently working on.
I'm currently working on a lot of different games, including one called Xenocrash, which is a sci-fi thriller survival game.
Everyone knows me. Well, hardly. Everyone knows Patrick, though.
Robert.
I'm Robert, and that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm done.
Robert is a vested game community player. We love to have him around a lot. He's very energetic. You're going to see if you watch the live program.
He's also working on something. He's not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, okay. It's got a lot to do with.
You're talking about it a lot earlier.
That wasn't on camera. I can talk about it with them. I can't talk about it with them.
You're like a prototype.
Everyone can be quiet.
Yes, I am a proto. I am
Be
a.
quiet for like 3.5 minutes because Taylor Swift's on.
I am a prototype extraordinaire, according to most of these people.
You are.
And
I'm
And I'm
Molly.
good in bed. What? No.
Molly.
Oh, Molly. Sorry.
Molly
Yes.
from the legendary
Dice Tower Con.
Dice Tower Con.
There you go.
All right. So we just got done playing an incredible game,
What was
which
it called?
everyone should have already played, and I should have already played it as well. We broke my shrink tonight. Battlestar Galactica. So I have to say, Brian, could you tell us a little bit about? And there's a huge amount, so you got to keep it brief. Because
I'll try to keep it
really short. Actually, Aaron, would you tell us how to play Battlestar Galactica?
Oh,
Really briefly?
jeez.
You lost your job.
Really
So it's a hidden role game. You don't know who is a human and who's a Cylon. The humans are trying to jump through the warp through space and reach Kobol in this one.
Cobalt. Yes.
And the Cylons are trying to stop that from happening. So when the game starts, you don't know who's on what team. Over the course of play, the Cylons start. Yeah, Lloyd started as a Cylon. Over the course of play, you kind of figure out who's who by the actions they're taking, if they're hindering or helping. And the Cylons have what we said, 7 ways to win the game. It's
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
mean,
The
like
humans
a
have one way to
million
win.
ways to win the game.
Yes. And in this case, the Cylons did win, unfortunately.
Because humans have
I trust none of them. So we're going to start off with Lloyd, who's going to have to lean in the camera a little bit more, and he's going to tell us exactly how he feels about the best part about Battlestar Galactica.
I'm sure these two feel great about it, though.
I do. I feel great about our win. No, I like the fact that the social deduction is a major component. It's not just a. Can I lean on his shoulder too? It's not just a kind of throwaway mechanic in the game. It is the core of the game. Lots of turns you have not very many things to do if there's not a whole lot going on. So the judging what people are doing with that limited amount of turn is kind of important. You have to really watch what everybody's doing. So I like that
And
aspect.
I've always liked how even if it's not your turn, like contributing to the crisis and throwing in a secret card and then trying to deduce, oh, a bad card came up. Ooh, well, who draws that type of card? Who is messing with us?
So that's your favorite part?
I think so. Because it's not just I take my turn, I'm done, I sit there and I wait. There's something else to do even when it's not your turn. Or if you get a card that's like President or Admiral
Right,
chooses,
and even when you're stuck in it, you're not going to be able to do anything much on your turn. You're still so involved with everything else going
well,
on
you
at
might
the
even be
table.
able to potentially set up someone
Right.
else to have a better turn because of something you can do for them.
Exactly.
Fiore.
My favorite thing was the actual trader mechanic itself. It starts off, I think there were 3 Cylon cards in the deck.
In this game, it's 2.
Oh, okay, 2. But when they're
Goes
first
a max
decked
of
out,
2.
there might not be any Cylons actually on the
On deck.
undercover, right? and then later on.
Were you a Cylon in the beginning?
He was.
I didn't even know that.
And I'm the only person that seemed to have known that he was
And
a
he had us
Cylon.
fooled. Well, except you, yeah.
So yeah. With
Funny,
the Cylon-
I'm the only one who didn't end up in the brig.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the rig.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the only people we didn't brig were Cylons, just so you know. We threw each other in the brig, but we never threw the
threw you
Cylons
in.
in.
I was
Hey, you're a
never-
jerk.
You went to sick bay at least once or twice.
What? 3 times. That was an accident.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think it's the same thing. I feel like what you said, Aaron. I feel like every single turn is important. Not just my turn. Everyone else's turn is important. I have a contribution to make. I have that card, that voting element, that voting card that I have to do every single turn. I think it's really important. Robert.
I mean, I've played this game a million times, and I love it every time I play it. So I don't even know what my favorite part is at this point. Although, you know, the fact that he got to flirt with me the whole time, that was awesome. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So strong.
Don't touch me so much. No, I mean, to me, like, I don't like hidden roll games. As some people here know, this game is the one game with the hidden roll social deduction that I love because there's so much else going on at the table that, again, you know, when it's not your turn, you still feel like you're involved. You know, like, there were even points during the game where I was like, I don't even know whose turn it is, but I felt like I was still in the game.
Well, it
like,
always
I felt
feels
like,
very desperate.
right. It always feels completely desperate. It feels futile, but it feels hopeful. And it also feels hopeful. Like, even when we got to the end of that and we knew there was a heavy chance of loss, we still had that feeling of hope,
Yeah, you feel
too.
like you're in it, yeah.
So there's that constant...
Well, we even looked at the board and said, "Oh, we
Right, we're
looks
like, we can
win."
do
Yeah.
this.
And
So,
Lloyd took his
so
turn
even
and-
though you're playing with that semi-co-op against, you still have that feeling of co-op that you're gonna, we got this, and I should have known that we screwed ourselves over when we said we got this,
Yeah.
because as anyone who's played Pandemic knows, the second you utter that phrase, you're done.
Yeah.
Molly.
So,
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the game?
Okay, well, I honestly like that I never feel bored. Normally in like 6-player games, there's just huge lag between turns, and it's just like, I don't even want to play, honestly. But I like you guys said, I liked how I could actually be involved in almost every turn. And I liked being a bad guy. I did. I like taking away your hopes and dreams and crushing them into a tiny blender and then feeding it to my cat. It was a beautiful feeling, honestly.
I don't know how to feel about that, since I feel like it's my hopes and dreams, but I'm the one that has the cat.
I love your cat.
Once you've been crushed and blended, it passes.
Lloyd, it passes easier. Lloyd, if you had to pick out one thing that you disliked about this game, it would be...
One thing I disliked. There wasn't a whole lot to not dislike. The one part that I didn't... There was a couple turns in the middle where there wasn't a whole lot going on the board, which is why I revealed myself as a Cylon just to spice it up a little, because I was like, what am I going to do here? I have no cards that can really affect the board. So the only way I could affect the game was to out myself.
Weirdly, you
yeah.
timed that perfect.
Yeah.
There was
Like, for
really nothing.
you
Yeah,
not
that's
knowing
fine.
that was
Yeah.
perfect.
Was it your first time being the Cylon?
This is the first time I played.
Oh, really? Alright.
Yeah, that's we're the ones. That was actually weirdly
That's a good call.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know if that was just because it was mid-game and that was kind of where it laid out, but there was just, the board was kind of dead and I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
best time to do
Force
it.
some action. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played this game a lot. I think as
Play
far
this game in your sleep, don't you?
yes, there's a little bit of issue with balance where sometimes there's some lulls in the action where it's like, well, there's nothing really to do that's going to help our cause necessarily. So I do have a little issue with that, but it's a minor quibble. Like, this is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Brian Fiore!
The thing that I like least, in drawing, I guess, the tactical cards, or not the tactical, well, the tactical or the piloting cards, the red and the purple, it seemed like there were a lot that were just the same. There was only maybe 1 or 2 different cards. Was there more than that?
Yeah,
They have different values, though.
yeah. The expansions add other variety to the cards.
no.
So yeah.
Alright, don't spoil it.
So you feel like it was a little humdrum.
Yeah, I was looking
at
for
the
more
same
action.
time.
And different types of actions.
Well, and I think it's fair to say, like with the pilots too, when there is that downtime, their skills aren't being put to their best use.
I really feel like there was.
I've got good skills as a Palm Pilot.
Palm Pilot.
I really feel like there are some downtime.
I'm a Palm Pilot now.
But at the end of every turn, everyone gets a vote. And to be honest with you, it's one of those games. And our good friend Robert Burke once said on camera in our show, said, it's not necessarily the game that you play, but who you play with. And I would love to tell you that I can either tell you one way, 100%, this game is either great or not. But I played with such an incredible group of people right now that it was really an invested game every minute because I was joking and having fun during my slower turns, and my more important turns, I really felt involved. So I'm gonna say it's because I felt uninvolved during some turns, but if you're playing with people you love, I don't think it really matters. Robert.
I have to actually reiterate what he said about the cards, the fact that some of the cards are the same throughout those decks. Spoilers again, expansions do fix it, but that is the biggest problem with the base game, is that a lot of the different types of cards, whether piloting, engineering, they do feel the same. Again, once you add expansions, that changes, but in the base game, that can be a problem. It's my only real problem with the base game.
I don't know, I didn't feel like my character was very balanced until he was one of the bad guys. I forgot the names already.
Silent.
I felt like he didn't really do much. Like, he could have a second action, but then I never took that second action. I never felt like I had to. Because it just didn't feel like there was much to do. I think
it was the timing too. Like when you were able to take time to repair, it was during the downtime when there's nothing else to do or deal with. So yeah.
It's also a matter of, in your character's case, had you not been a Cylon, at the end you would have felt greatly there. Because
like
we
the FTL
needed repairs, things like that. But because you switched to Cylon, your repairs weren't as. Boy, you switched. You were a switch hitter.
But should it go both ways, which we're all very thankful for. Regardless, this was Battlestar Galactica. This is Just Got Played. We're all Just Got Played. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you'd like to forward any comment, we filmed it live too, so if you'd like to forward any comments, Robert, we're glad to field those. What's your personal email and phone number, Robert?
It is.
I'll put those on the end there. So thank you very much for watching.
Yes! I like it.